Hello, Saudi Daisy. I'm Owen Beck, and your news starts now. Basketball tryouts began this week. We're still waiting to see our 2022 Trojan lineup, but we do have the date for the first game for our Trojans, which will be the 15th of this month. Prior to that, you can catch their scrimmage on the 12th. This week kicks off the band's annual Coca-Cola fundraiser with a variety of drinks. Each case will include a 24-count case with only $25. The prices, as of late, it's a real bargain. See any band member for more details or to place an order. The Powerball lottery jackpot is now $1.5 billion after 39 consecutive drawings with no jackpot winner. According to the Powerball, the cash value of the prize will be roughly $745.9 million. The winning numbers for Wednesday's Powerball drawing for an estimated $1.2 billion were 2, 11, 22, 35, and 60, with a Powerball of 23. No ticket matched all 6 numbers. The next drawing is on Saturday and is the second largest jackpot in Powerball history. The biggest Powerball jackpot of all time was $1.586 billion in January of 2016. Midterm elections across the nation are less than a week away. While Tennessee doesn't have the national spotlight of a battleground state, there are a few key elections on the ballot. First up is a vote for governor of the state. There are 9 candidates running against Governor Bill Lee, the current governor. There are several constitutional amendments voters will vote on this year, including removing slavery from the state constitution, making it illegal for employees to deny employment based on the employee's affiliation with labor unions, and finally, deleting a section of the Constitution prohibiting ministers from holding back political office. Election day is Tuesday, November 8th. Russian military officials have discussed how and under what conditions Russia would use a tactical nuclear weapon in Ukraine. That's according to new intel described by multiple sources. This information has U.S. officials divided, as Amy Keeley reports.
We're concerned about any discussion by a modern nuclear power of the potential use for nuclear weapons.
Some U.S. officials have heightened concern that Russia could use nuclear weapons in Ukraine. That's following an assessment from the National Intelligence Council. It suggests Russia's military leaders have been discussing what might prompt such a strike, according to multiple people who've read it. But the analysis is not raw intelligence or a high-confidence product.
We've seen no indication that the Russian military is making any kind of preparations for this kind of use.
Some officials believe the analysis takes conversations out of context. Others are more concerned.
It might not be just a demonstration strike in the ocean or something like this, but they might actually be used to achieve a battlefield impact.
In a statement, Russia said it only used nuclear weapons in response to an attack threatening the existence of its country. Russia illegally annexed parts of Ukraine this year. It could try to argue defending that area would fit its doctrine, says retired General Wesley Clark.
You'd wait for the Ukrainians to concentrate their forces, and then you'd fire a pulse of these weapons out across several miles.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
The intelligence does not suggest Russian President Vladimir Putin has been a part of the discussions covered in the analysis. Presumably, he'd make any final decision about using nuclear weapons. Parkland, Florida school shooter Nicholas Cruz has been sentenced to life in prison without parole. This after juniors did not reach a unanimous decision on the death penalty. The 2018 massacre left 17 people dead at Military Stoneman Douglas High School, sparked a national conversation on gun control. On Wednesday, Judge Elizabeth Schreier carried out the jury's recommendation. Schreier read the names of each victim and imposed a mandatory life sentence, saying that each count should run consecutively. she was not allowed to depart from the jury's guidance. It followed 2 days of survivors and victims' families reading impassioned statements in court.
Mr. Cruz, you are remanded to the custody of the Department of Corrections to complete the mandatory life sentences imposed by the court. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. If you fail to appeal within the allotted time period, or you fail to contest the imposition of any of the fees or costs imposed during that 30-day period, you will waive said appeal. I am also granting the state's motion under the Florida equivalent of the Son of Sam law, which means, Mr. Cruz, you will not be able to benefit in any way as far as monies are concerned as to the crimes that you committed.
Oh, no prepping the turkey needed. A new study suggests it could be cheaper to eat out for Thanksgiving this year. Wells Fargo released an analysis of the costs of dining out versus cooking at home. Researchers looked at the data from Consumer Price Index and found while inflation has had a big impact on both, it has impacted grocery stores more. According to the data, a standard grocery trip could cost you nearly 10% more this year compared to the last year. But dining out will only cost around 6% more. That's because food ingredients only make up a portion of the bill you will pay at restaurants. Now for a break, and we'll come back with entertainment, sports, and more.
What's up this weekend? What's up, Saudi Daisy? If you're gonna do anything this weekend, why don't you tune into the weekend weather? So this is where we're gonna play the intro. Hey everybody. So today is supposed to be pretty much sunny overall. There's only a 5% chance of rain. The low is 61 and the high is 76. That's today. But tomorrow, which is Saturday, so Saturday, expect some cloudy skies early in the day and then like a few showers later on in the day. The high should be about 75 and the low about 62. We got about a 30% chance of rain, so may drizzle a little at some point in the day. Don't wear any clothes you don't want to get wet. And then on Sunday, we'll see about a shower or two in the morning, just some light stuff, and then it'll be partly cloudy in the afternoons. So, yeah, and the high is going to be 79. With the low about 62. And it is November, by the way, if you didn't know yet. Sun's setting earlier every day. It's setting pretty early today. On Sunday, it's gonna set at about 5:41 p.m. Yeah, the sun's gonna set about 5:41 p.m. So that's pretty cool. I look forward to it.
Speaking of the sun setting, This Sunday is also daylight savings time, meaning that we lose an hour, and it could be the last one. So there's a bill currently, and if it gets passed, then it may be the last one.
That's going to be all for your weekend weather this week. Make sure you tune in next week where we cover the weekend for the weather again. So why don't we go over to Jacob, who's going to talk about sports this week.
Thank you, Clayton. Hey Trojans, are you ready for your sports? Next week's bowling schedule is a game Wednesday against Sail Creek and a game Thursday against McMinn County. Now to Wyeth.
We've been getting these visions wherever we see you.
Fussy, you do Martha Graham.
Thank you, Jacob. Now for the Entertainment Minute. Avatar, The Way of Water sees the return of Zoe Saldana as Neytiri and Sam Worthington as Jake Sully, who is now a blue-skinned Na'vi. The visually captivating trailer shows the couple fighting to protect their Na'vi children and home on the moon Pandora from war. Sigourney Weaver plays a new role in the film as one of Jake and Neytiri's children. The family seems to flee the war to go to the ocean. That's where they meet a tribe of Na'vi that lives in the shallow waters of the sea. Avatar: The Way of Water debuts in theaters December 16th. Taylor Swift has achieved yet another bejeweled crown. She is now the first artist to ever claim all top 10 spots of the Billboard Hot 100. According to Billboard, the Hot 100 list blends all genre, US streaming, radio airplay, and sales data. Number 1 this week is Anti-Hero, the lead single off Swift's 10th studio album, Midnights. The rest of the 9 slots were from other tracks on the album, including Lavender Haze and Karma. Earlier this month, Swift became Spotify's most streamed artist over a 24-hour period following Midnight's release. Now back to Owen with some Starbucks news. Okay, that's it. Jacob?
Coffee lovers, it's time to get into the holiday spirit. Starbucks unveiled its new holiday cups, an annual tradition now in its 25th year. Beginning Thursday, customers will have their hot beverages served in one of 4 festive cup designs. That's also the day Starbucks starts serving its holiday drink menu. No new drinks are being added this year, but you can enjoy the usual peppermint mocha or the chestnut praline latte. There's a new sweet treat being unveiled though, a chocolate pistachio swirl roll. That's all for today, Saudi Daisy. Have a good weekend.